in South Africa, and a very, very warm welcome to you. My name is Jeannie T. This is Afternoon Express, welcoming you into your brand new week. So there's so many notable individuals that have failed in life more times than they've succeeded. And failure can be catastrophic, but failure can also teach us how to be resilient and find our purpose in life. So today's guests have shown us that through determination and perseverance, success becomes inevitable. And in the loft today, we meet Roed and Mbaba, two entrepreneurs who host the most popular monthly leadership and tech event company in South Africa. It's called Heavy Chef.
Happy Monday, welcome to Afternoon Express. My name is Balisa Dembe, and with me, closing off the month of November, but starting off a brand new week, is Chef Clem. What do you have in the kitchen for us today?
So, you know, everything's about the thin crust pizza, thin crust pizza rage. Have we forgotten about the thick base pizza, guys?
We're
bringing it back today?
Oh no, I had to say goodbye to that thick base because it was making me thick in other places.
Oh, okay. Well, today I'm going to show you a very easy recipe, and we're going with a white pizza base to be a bit different. And then I'm going to tell you about like gifting.
Yeah.
Biscuits.
I need a lot of gifting ideas this festive season.
I've got it for you. Sorted, done. It's going to be amazing.
Looking festive as is our loft. Thank you so much, Chef Clem. Can't wait to get to you a little later in the show. But now, access to knowledge and information is one of the things that hinder the youth in South Africa as they try to get ahead in life and achieve their dreams. But platforms like the Heavy Chef are bridging the gap by hosting events and masterclasses to improve the access to art and creative spaces for township communities.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
So let's start right at the beginning, and then let's make this as simple as possible. What is Heavy Chef? I mean, I never trust a skinny chef, but Heavy Chef sounds fun. What exactly is it?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with food. Most people, they think it's a cooking show, but it's a community of entrepreneurs and people who are doing and also walking the talk and eat their own food. I think Fred can answer that better than...
Well, no, I think that was pretty good. Well, I think the common misconception is that it's a cooking show, but it's the name is intentional. It's supposed to be a story.
Yeah.
It originated from a fateful meeting that I had a long time ago in a previous business when I was trying to pitch up a storm, and the guy that I was selling to, he turned around to me and he said, you know what, I'm not interested in your products. I never trust a skinny chef. And like you said, I mean, it's a common phrase, but I'd never heard it before. So I went back to my business partner and I said, you know what, we need to become heavy chefs. And the term just kind of stuck. And over the years, it's sort of really become ingrained as a philosophy in terms of, I suppose, all the people that we've brought on board within the Heavy Chef team.
And I suppose you're cooking up lots of elements.
Yeah, we're trying to give people recipes of success. That's what we're doing. We're just giving people, motivate them and also give them energy and empower them so that they can succeed.
And of course, I think you're both at liberty to give that advice and to give those, impart those pearls of wisdom. So how did you guys meet? And what were your backstories of bringing you together to have, the Heavy Chef events as we have today?
Jeepers, that's a great question. I think, well, let me start in terms of the events maybe, because what I did about 10 years ago when we started really kind of taking on board this concept of Heavy Chef, I started inviting people that, so just to give you the full context, I used to run a digital agency, and that digital agency grew on the back of these events called Heavy Chef Sessions, and they were very digital focused. And then about 2 years ago, after selling that company, I decided I really wanted to be involved in stimulating the entrepreneur sector because I believe in this country, if we're going to affect change, the fastest way to do that is through entrepreneurship. So to try and train and educate entrepreneurs is a very tricky thing. So I think
he's a very good entrepreneur. He's made his way in the TV game quite quickly.
I want to learn from his energy. He's amazing. So yeah, I think what's happened is we sort of pivoted from digital focus to entrepreneur focus, and it's really grown from there. I mean, it's kind of the community grew from a few thousand to now well over 25,000, and Sia happened to be invited to one of the events about 2 years ago.
Yeah. I was working with a colleague of mine, Kelly van der Kolk, and we're working with creatives, and then she introduced me to the Heavy Chef, and I went to the Prime Media Studios to see what is this Heavy Shop. And they were talking about the fourth industrial revolution, and when I was there, I come from Ekasi, and there was millionaires and billionaires in the room, and also they were talking about the future where we see South Africa and also technology is going. So I was amazed and also inspired. I wanted to take the same experience and bring it back to my own township. So I approached Fred because I think he was so cool because he's the only white guy with the dreadlocks that I know. So I was like, okay, how about we take this initiative and take it back to Ekasi and empower people and make sure that we share the same information, because we find that there are young people that want to be educated, but they can't afford to go to university. So Heavy Chef is that platform where we educate people, so you don't have to, you don't have to go to university in order to get information. Information is accessible everywhere, so we're trying to make education accessible to anyone.
Exactly. And of course, what's really exciting for me about business nowadays is it's startups, and there's opportunity for startups. Like I've been involved in so many businesses. Some have succeeded, some haven't. Entrepreneurship in business is hard. So how do you teach entrepreneurship? Like you can give someone, you know, the knowledge, but how do you teach them that magic for it to take off?
Yeah, it's tough, and I mean, you know that it's tough. I think so. What we've done is we've split the. I mean, it's such a broad spectrum of topics that we can get involved in, right? So we split it into three: tech, leadership, and creativity. And to your point on the fact, the very real, unavoidable fact that it's so difficult to succeed. I mean, the stats are against us. You know,
Not everyone's going to, you know, they can have the best idea, but ideas don't become huge, successful projects.
100%. And the harsh truth is that actually most people will fail. And so what you need to teach, as much as the technical skills and the sort of creative skills, is also the leadership skills. And we need to teach people, particularly in this country, I think the elements that maybe you don't learn so much in business school. You learn, you've got to learn grit, you've got to learn stick-to-itness, you've got to learn resilience, you've got to learn, you know, how to look after yourself, how to avoid burnout.
Well, learn how to fail. Like it's not that failure is not the worst thing that can happen to people, no?
100%.
Yeah, because I think most people, they have a fear of the unknown because you fear something that you haven't experienced. So sometimes it's good to have an idea and try and test it and see how it's going to go. And then when you fail, you just learn from your mistakes and just carry on, because it's how it should go. Because you can't say, okay, I can't do this because someone failed on A, B, C, D. So you just need to walk the path and,
Exactly.
100%.
So you share all of this amazing information and vital information at these Heavy Chef events. So how often do they happen, and how do people get involved with them?
So the first thing to do is sign up to the newsletter. So we run events and masterclasses. The events are very accessible. They're very affordable. They run in Khayelitsha. They run in the waterfront in Cape Town. They run in Johannesburg. Cool. We're starting to run them in Paarl, in Durban, next year in Mauritius, through Africa. So it's really growing rapidly. In the past year and a half, I think we've been super blessed just with how much people have taken to the concept and the accessibility of it, and you know the fact that so many people are they're so keen to give of their time. These heavy chefs, these people who eat their own food and so on. And so you know that's the easy part. The hard part is that the master classes, which are during the day, and we run those weekly in Johannesburg and Cape Town. So that, I think, is where the real kind of proper learning starts to happen, and that's where we get, you know, people who've really kind of dug the trenches, who've done their 10,000 hours to come and share of their knowledge. So it's not like a university professor, you know, not that there's anything wrong with the university professors, but the reality is we get people who are heavy chefs, who've really kind of rolled up their sleeves and get stuck in. Exactly.
Very passionate people who want to change the world, because we had like speakers like DJ Spoo, we had the former president Thabo Mbeki coming and talking and empowering people. So we were just looking for anyone that is willing to share their experience and say, okay, I've made these mistakes and this is how you can help yourself to grow and not repeat the same mistake that I've made. So we're just working with doers.
Wow, what an opportunity for people to be part of this. I think it's great, and all of the information will be on our website, Afternoon Express. Thank you so much for being on the show.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
I think Fred Nosiabonga put it perfectly by saying they're giving people the recipe to success. What a way to kick off our Monday. Now, after the break, we take a closer look into digestive health. And a little bit later, we take a closer look, I said that, into digestive health. And we also look into gifting biscuits over the festive season with Chef Clem. See you after the break. Donuts, come on. I'm trying to get a link done here.
Express yourself.
Get ready. The face of cybercrime is changing. And so are we. We are smarter. We take charge. We are in control. We are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are Sabric.
Our guests on Afternoon Express fly domestically with Mango. Enjoy outstanding service, online check-in and seat selection. With the widest booking and payment options, Mango is the only airline globally to accept store charge cards as a means of payment. Fly in comfort with ergonomically efficient seats for more legroom aboard a fleet of new generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Join the guests of Afternoon Express and fly Mango.
Digestive problems are increasing. A. Vogel's Molkasan is a Swiss daily digestive tonic that's high in L+ lactic acid to support healthy gut bacteria.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, in recent years, science has made incredible progress in understanding the intricate workings of the digestive system and, of course, the role of the gut microbiome. In a world where digestive problems are increasing, this research is unlocking how our modern lifestyles are falling short in keeping our digestive systems healthy. Now, some of the problems seem to be in too little lactic acid in our diets. Let's take a closer look into this and see what role the gut gut microbiome and lactic acid play in our day-to-day health.
In the field of natural remedies, the Swiss, in particular the A. Vogel Company, have long been the pace setters. We spent some time with Dr. Andy Souter in the picturesque farming town of Appenzell discussing digestive health.
Andy, this is breathtaking. You have these beautiful rolling hills and then you have these cows with their bells. I mean, is this a traditional Swiss thing?
Yes, this is so Swiss, you know, having the cows wearing the bells, and even the cows themselves, they can differentiate themselves from the sound of their own bell, yes.
Andy, please explain to me a little bit more about your role at A. Vogel.
So I'm responsible for all the medical research we are doing, so the clinical studies, and also all the cooperation with universities where we're looking a little bit deeper in our products. And then to the other hand, I'm also responsible for the whole product development at A. Vogel.
The real reason I'm here to find out more about the product Malcosan, and I've used it in many recipes and smoothies, but I don't think a lot of people understand exactly what it's all about. So what is Malcosan essentially?
So Malcosan is a very interesting and very unique product. So what we use here is whey, which comes out from the milk from this cows here. It's really organic milk, and out of this whey is then fermented. And you get something like a fluid, and in there you have a lot of lactic acid, and that is the Malcosan. It is fermented whey.
So you speak about the lactic acid, and is this the same lactic acid that, let's say, gym goers are familiar with that causes the stiff muscles after a workout?
It is the same substance, but if you take it as a drink for your gut microbiome, for your gut bacteria, this has really very beneficial effects.
You mentioned fermentation because there's been a lot of talk about fermentation recently and the health benefits thereof.
I mean, that was the idea behind it, because it was one of the very first products A. Vogel made, even I think it was more than 90 years ago now. And he not only took the whey, which was very well known in this region as a treatment, he really fermented it, and then out of it came this lactic acid rich product, and this is really the uniqueness of the whole thing.
So why exactly is lactic acid then so important for your gut?
I mean, basically, you know, if you power into your system the lactic acid, there are some bacteria which really can convert then into butyrate. And the butyrate itself, it is known today as really the one pivotal substance which you need to have within your colon for your gut health, so to say. It is anti-inflammatory. It has been shown to a certain extent to be like cancer protective. So it's a very, very important substance. And these days, everybody's looking, how can you increase the concentration of butyrate in your colon? And by taking lactic acid with a drink or with the Malcosan or so, you can do this, of course.
By increasing butyrate levels, Malcosan helps maintain gut health. It also relieves common digestive symptoms like bloating, cramping and constipation. And if you or your family have had antibiotics recently, Malcosan's a must to restore healthy gut bacteria.
The human gut biome has been put under the spotlight quite a lot recently, and I think we are still trying to completely understand how it works. But what are some of the most recent findings?
I mean, one of the really main things which are seen these days is the overuse of antibiotics, particularly in children. So therefore, by taking an antibiotic, you're not only getting rid of the bad bacteria, you're also affecting a lot of good bacteria, and if they are gone, they're not coming back again.
That is a rather scary thought because, you know, I've got two young kids, and I don't think twice about giving them antibiotics when they get sick because they take it and they feel better instantly. But there's a long-term effect, you say.
Yes, I mean, this is now one of the biggest findings of research on human microbiome, that using antibiotics, particularly in children, at a too high rate or too high prescription rate, this really affects afterwards the health of children. It has been shown in studies that obesity, asthmatic disease, allergies are really related to an overuse of antibiotics in young children. And for example, the average American until the age of 20 goes through 20 courses of antibiotics.
So antibiotics, definitely one factor, but what about your diet? We in South Africa as individuals, we really do try and take care of ourselves, but the majority, we just are not getting that nutrients in.
Yes, definitely. I mean, your diet is maybe the main source of it, particularly these days when we have lack of fibers, where we have processed food, where we have a lot of preservatives in it. Everything this in the end affects your gut bacteria. You see this very directly, yes.
So naturally, it would be beneficial to take a supplement like Malcosan to boost you. But who should really take it? Would it be those individuals with a compromised gut biome or immune system, or can it benefit those that are already healthy as well?
Our gut microbiomes are really a danger all the time these days now, because you have the antibiotics, you have a lot of other substances that you take which are really influencing in a bad way your microbiome. And therefore, taking something good as a prebiotic, which is something which helps the bacteria, that is Molkusan that you can take on a daily basis. But of course, if you have already problems with your gut microbiome, there it helps definitely best.
And from what age would you recommend people start using Molkusan? Because I've got my 2 young boys and I really want to make sure that they grow up with a healthy gut biome.
Usually we say from age of 6 years on you can take it, and beyond that you should really look maybe with the advice from physician or so. But generally there's no limitation of use and no limitation for age. But in general said, you know, this is really one of the oldest product that we have. That was one of the first one really formulated. And it is such a good product because it is for your general well-being, you know. It influences your gut microbiome in a very positive manner. And this is the nucleus for your whole well-being at all.
So, a healthy gut microbiome is the nucleus of our health. With its very high lactic acid content, Molkusan's been proven to increase butyrate production, which translates to a healthier digestion. Molkusan is suitable for vegetarians and lactose-free. Drink to your health the Swiss way.
Gone are the days of those tinned biscuit boxes only being filled with your mom or grand's knitting needles. Now today we talk about gifting solutions with Clem, and he says that these tinned biscuits are the way forward. Now I have definitely been a victim of that betrayal. When you go into those tinned boxes and then next thing you find cotton, you find pins. So right now, you're changing.
Trust issues, that's where they come from.
This is exactly it.
Nowadays, 2018, you're suffering with trust issues. It's because you went to that tin, and then what did you find in there? The knitting needles and the wool.
And another thing was ice cream.
Yeah.
Ice cream containers.
Future parents out there, don't do this to your children.
Don't do it to your children.
No.
This festive season, we're putting an end.
Absolutely. We'll create a whole hashtag. We'll send it out there. We cannot live like this anymore.
Exactly. So how do you know? I'm not that artistic, Chef.
Okay.
So how do I get stuck in?
The artistry is all inside the biscuit itself. So these aren't any normal biscuits. They're made with real butter.
Wow.
True story, and that's everything. The flavor butter in these biscuits that makes it short.
Yeah.
Short is like with that snap.
And you taste the difference. The texture is everything.
You do. When it says condensed milk, it's made with real condensed milk. And when it's using eggs, it's using free-range eggs. So these biscuits not only went to private school, they went to like I don't know, Oxford, and they came back and they are amazingly delicious. And I have been gifting them already to people. At someone's birthday on Saturday.
It is my birthday week.
You might be getting biscuits, okay?
I was going to say, Chef Clem, I've already started receiving gifts, and I'm not too mad at getting biscuits for my birthday.
No, absolutely.
Biscuits for Bali's birthday.
Yeah, especially the teacher for me was the hardest person to gift.
Yes.
Because, you know, you have to be like, there. These biscuits are the way.
But you also don't want to seem like a suck-up to your teacher, so this is the perfect medium, I think.
I agree. Okay, cool, I'm with you, definitely. So they've really taken the forefront when it comes to biscuits. It's really amazing. I've seen restaurants now focus on creating amazing shortbread biscuits as part of their dessert. And my favorite was this year, these amazing biscuits with lemon curd and cream.
Ooh.
As a dessert on its own, it was mind-blowing.
That sounds very simple, but so effective.
So effective. So I've got some lemon curd, which I bought from Woolies as well. That's there. That with a little bit of cream, happiness, but we're going to make this a little personalized. So my idea, what we're doing in my house this festive season, is every single table setting where everybody's sitting, not a card, not like whatever, it's going to be the biscuit with your name on it.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah. And it's so easy. So I've got some chocolate, and I've just melted it in a microwave, made a little DIY piping bag. The trick before you even start this, squeeze a little bit out on the side to make sure it's coming out, and you can kind of see how the flow is.
Oh yeah, that's a good trick.
Cool.
So that you don't squirt and then everything comes out on your biscuit.
All the time. Okay, cool. Then
perfect.
what you do is you put it down on the biscuit.
Okay.
And you just kind of do, I'm going to make my biscuit look like a pizza slice.
I'm going to put people's initials on my biscuit.
You see, we've done a few already. There's a Jeannie, a Pali, a Clem.
I mean, also, trust Bali to get my chocolate absolutely everywhere. It's coming out the other end.
What?
But it's all good.
Good advice. You know what? You kind of pinch the back end. Maybe I should have said this in the beginning.
Clem. Sabotaging me.
All right. No, I'm sorry about that. Cool. Guys, I'm legit making a pizza slice of a biscuit.
It's all good. The more chocolate, the
better.
happier I am, so it's all fine.
Right. What do you think about my pizza slice?
That is really convincing, Chef Clem. I hope it tastes like pizza.
Can you tell I'm hungry?
Yeah. I was going to say...
Pizza on the brain. Because we're making pizza later.
Clem, we're going to have the pizza, and then for dessert, we're going to have these biscuits.
But I mean, it is that easy to be gifting this festive season. I absolutely love these biscuits. And not just saying it, I legit am obsessed with these. These and a glass of milk, happiness. You have to try them. The difference is phenomenal.
It goes down perfectly.
Yeah.
Kim, I'm kind of like a kid in the kitchen. The dirtier I get shows the more fun I'm having.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want to have this festive season, fun in the kitchen.
There we go. And that's that simple. What do you think?
That's
Are we winning?
Beautiful. Winning, winning, winning. I kind of gave up on mine because I've got chocolate all over my thumb, but I'm not complaining because this is one way to start my Monday.
Absolutely. So that's basically all I've got to say about these. You have to go out, try it. Send me a picture of you trying these. They're really good. They're delicious.
Yes, and best way to pair these with some milk.
Yeah.
Are we going some milkshake with it?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything. You can't go wrong with this. This with fresh air. Paired. Done.
Yeah, I'm definitely having some with tea just before bed.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's always a good idea. Now, you can't go wrong with these mouth-watering biscuits. They're definitely the perfect gift. Now, if you want the list to these biscuits, simply SMS EAT to 33650 and you'll be sent the list to your phone. Now, after the break, we check up with some of South Africa's biggest celebrities who are using their platform to help make a difference in children's lives. Plus, we give you so much more needed tips and safe ways to keep your pets safe around water.
Every Thursday evening at 7:30, Winner Home gives you the chance to be a weekly winner in our live Open the Door giveaway, where you get 3 chances to win big. Enter online now at winnerhome.tv and you automatically get entered into the grand prize competition, where you could win a fully decorated apartment at the Part of Play Lifestyle Estate in Somerset West, valued at over 3 million rand. The lucky winner will also get to choose which of the apartments beautifully decorated by our 3 competing duos they want to call home. Do you prefer the glamorous design aesthetic of Team R&K? Would you choose the Afrolicious style of Team Contrast Control? Does the permaculture of the Perma Peeps speak your design language? Best of all, it doesn't matter which apartment you choose, because all 3 have a spectacular view of the golf course and the mountains. Winner Home, Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3, with a repeat on Saturday at 3 p.m. The stage is yours.
Create a stir this summer with Nola mayonnaise on Afternoon Express. Every Thursday, the lovely Lucia Mtiane and the lazy Makoti join us in the loft to create a stir and show us how to add a creamy twist to your favorite dishes. When you SMS NOLA to 33650 for the week's recipe, you're also entered into the grand prize draw to win an LG InstaView fridge worth 35,000 Rand. Winning has never tasted so good.
Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. So we are all really well aware that 20,000 students in communities across South Africa will be receiving a brand new pair of school shoes in January 2019 as courtesy of Clover Crush. Now, to help spread the goodness, they invited some of SA's biggest celebrities who were using their platforms to make a difference in these children's lives.
Yeah, they're doing incredible work. Now, you at home have also been actively participating to help spread the goodness by nominating a deserving school in your province to receive school shoes in 2019 and still keeping their #1 spot with 38.26% of the votes. It's Gauteng. Well done, Gauteng.
And following closely is KwaZulu-Natal with second highest number of nominations, 19.28% votes.
Woo! Following strong in third place is the Western Cape at 18.03%. Congratulations, everyone. And featuring at fourth place on our Crush map is the Eastern Cape. Welcome to the party.
Now, there is still time for you to help spread the goodness and nominate a deserving school in your province. Buy your favorite Crush juice. Enter with the details on the pack by dialing the USSD code *120 *5676#, your unique code and hash from your cell phone. Then follow the on-screen prompts to nominate a deserving school that could potentially receive the gift of shoes in January 2019. You could also stand a chance to win part of over 1 million Rand in prizes. So join in and spread a little Crush goodness.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness, now available in long life. Crush is spreading goodness by giving away 20,000 pairs of school shoes. See pack for details and stand a chance to win 1 million Rand in prizes for you and a friend. Nominate a school to receive school shoes.
Made with love by Clover.
Now, anyone who's seen a dog playing fetch in water will know how much joy and freedom they get from swimming. Now, while some breeds naturally take to water, for others, it's an acquired taste. The bottom line is that if your dog or even your cat is introduced to water and swimming in calm, safe, unthreatening way, it's a ticket to a lifetime of fun. During the hot summer months, we all love to stay cool by swimming. But when it comes to water safety, we often overlook the safety of our pets. Well, Donut and I are out at the Pets Wellness Works to find out more about how to keep your pets safe around water. Let's go meet Lauren, Donut. Let's go. Let's go. Even breeds supposed to be so-called water dogs can get into bad situations around water. Teaching them to swim and how to get out of water without panicking is essential. Lauren, as we all know, during the summer seasons, we love to spend our days out at the pool, swimming with our family and our pets. But what are some of the misconceptions people have with pet safety around water?
Well, we have to also just remember they're basically like toddlers. You have to supervise them, especially when they're puppies. They've never had that kind of experience before, so you really have to monitor their every movement around the pool.
And how often does it happen that pets have a situation whilst swimming?
Well, the situations are really because we are becoming complacent, so we're not monitoring their whereabouts at the pool. And we must remember that they're not normal, natural swimmers, so we have to watch them, we have to supervise them. So definitely pools should be covered properly with safety nets or even fencing, just for precaution.
What are some of the best practices to teach your pet to be safe around water?
The best practices would definitely be going to the pool as often as possible, having someone teach you the correct handling, and making sure that they have correct flotation devices on to give them the confidence in the pool that they need, and then habituation, doing it as often as possible, as frequently as possible, so that they can enjoy the experience, so that they don't become frightened of it. All right, so I'm really excited to get Donut in the pool and get her kitted out in her float coat, and I've got a cat for you as well to share.
Lauren, you've already touched on the best practices of keeping your pets safe around water. But how do you introduce your dog to the pool?
So best thing is to get them a flotation device so that you get that on, make them feel confident in the water, helps with their buoyancy as well. Get that onto them, walk them into the water, and make sure you don't pull or tug at them, because that really frustrates them and makes them a lot more anxious and nervous. Once you're in the water, just float around with them in your arms and then maybe start the swimming. Always teaching them to get to the steps where they can feel their feet is the best practice, definitely.
Dogs tend to be the more natural swimmers. Would you teach the cat exactly in the same way?
Definitely on the same principles, we would use the same methods for cats, but you need to get the flotation coat on. Instead of walking them into the water, you probably carry them into the water, making sure that they can feel your body all the time, your breathing. That helps to reassure them and give them confidence.
Other than cooling down, what are some of the benefits of swimming with your pet?
So bottom line is the water is really therapeutic and really helps for joint pain, old age, arthritis, and you can exercise in the comfort of the water, and they really do well in terms of feeling better. They're more flexible and more mobile, and you'll also notice that they'll get up and down more easily at home.
Thank you so much for all the tips and tricks. I truly did learn a lot. Make sure that your pet is water-wise this summer so you can enjoy long days with them in the pool, at the beach, or at the lake.
Whiskers, feed their curiosity.
Our little donut did so well in the pool. Now it's all about comfort food after the break as we make the cheesiest pizza Blanco. Plus, we give you the lowdown on the Global Citizen Festival taking place this weekend. See you after the break.
Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Moving out? Need more room? Scaling down? Private property is a great place to start your search. With thousands of new properties from South Africa's top real estate agents, banks, developers and homeowners. It's the easiest way to find your next home. Search for a home on any device, anytime, anywhere. Search privateproperty.co.za.
Enter the Win a Home competition on privateproperty.co.za and stand a chance to win a brand new, fully decorated apartment at Parterflay Lifestyle Estate, developed by Baldwin Properties, worth over 3 million rand. Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, the essence of comfort food is in the form of our epic pizza Blanco. Now, thanks to Clover Cheese, this pizza promises to chase away all the Monday blues and bring the tastiest of rewards. You do not want to miss out on this cheesy recipe, so SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. SMSs are R1.50 each, and free SMSs do not apply. Clem, do you know what I love about you?
Do you have all afternoon to tell the people?
You've got a lot of dough.
Totally. You're going to work with it, though.
I can work with it.
You can work with the dough? Cool.
I can.
So here's your little roller. You're going to roll it out. Now, I'm not fussy, right? You can totally go crazy with this one. Essentially, we're creating a bit of a focaccia because we're going deep dish. Not deep dish, sorry. Thick base. Like we were talking about earlier.
I'm on a roll.
How do you feel about thick base pizzas?
I quite like thick-based pieces because they're quite bready.
They are.
But then the bread has to be right. It's got to be crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside if you're going to go thick-based.
So don't discriminate against the thick-based pizzas. They are delicious. I'm going to make the cheese sauce to go with this. In here I've got some butter. Then I'm going to add some flour. What's very, very important is you have to cook the flour out. Sounds quite weird, but you put it in. Why must you cook it out? The flour thickens the sauce, but you don't want the floury flavor of it. It's good, like powdery. You don't want that. So the trick is to keep on whisking. All those lumps will disappear. The flouriness will cook out. How are you doing?
No, I'm struggling.
You know what? You can use your hands as well if you want.
Can I?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of air in this one. Did you let this one sit and rise for a while?
Sometimes don't make it. Sometimes just buy the dough.
Okay.
But make sure it's a proper bread dough. This has yeast in it, and that's why it's so aerated. It's just rising.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. It's good. You're doing the right things.
Can I stretch it out like that?
Yeah,
Will that
you want to try
work?
doing like a pizza throw?
Yeah. I did go to Napoli once, and they kind of taught me how to do this.
So you can do it. You know, show us how you do it. Technique is amazing.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Okay, how's that?
Are you ready? Are you throwing it?
So just thinning it out so that it can be wider.
No, that's cool, but are you throwing it?
Yeah, of course.
Hey, one hand nogal. Well done. Okay, cool. So we've got our milk added to the mixture now.
Okay.
Turning up the heat. What you want to do now is you want to bring it up to a gentle simmer. Once that happens, it's going to start thickening. Right now, people get nervous and think it's not going to thicken enough. We have to eat later, eh?
I know. I'm not playing with my food. I'm busy using Italian skill here.
All right, it's good. So don't add any more flour until you bring it up to a simmer. Once that happens, you see it immediately start thickening up on you, just like that.
Yeah.
Need more milk. I think you're having a lot of fun, eh?
Yeah. How many cheeses are you using in the one sauce?
2. We're using 2, but honestly, I don't limit people to how many cheeses. It's not about a limit in a recipe. It's what your soul tells you.
Oh, and my soul says use a lot of cheese.
Cool. Thicken up nicely, turning off the heat. Now we're going to start adding our cheese. A little bit of nutmeg, always. I always add nutmeg to my cheese sauce, just a little bit. We've spoken about this before, right?
Yeah, there's a limit to how much nutmeg you can use.
Well, I'll just start seeing things.
Yeah,
cheese going in. Using some tussers with that nice creaminess. Okay, can I actually put you to work so long?
Yeah, please.
More than what you've done already.
Does that mean I'm not doing a great job with this?
No, you're doing an amazing job.
Or is that okay?
Cheese sauce that I made earlier.
Okay.
If you can start spreading that over for me.
Oh, of course.
So tussers going in nice and creamy, nice and sweet. And then I want to add a bit of sharpness with our... Oh, okay, well done.
Sorry.
With that bit cheddar, no, it's fine, all good.
Ooh.
That's going in. That's nice sharp flavour on there.
I'm going to make this very cheesy. So on a regular pizza where you would have a tomato base, this is what we're using this cheese sauce as here.
Yeah, exactly. We're just replacing our tomato sauce with a beautiful cheese sauce.
Can I put more on?
I mean, that's just a better way to get so much cheese in your pizza.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so while you're doing that, you can add more. I'm going to come around this side. I've got some zucchini. We're going veggie.
Yeah,
and these flavors work really well. If you want to make it a bit fancy, I like rolling the pieces up and kind of dotting them.
Oh, this is good. This is going to be so good.
It's going to be very good.
Wow.
Cool. We're going to keep on doing that.
Huge appreciation for this.
And the reason I like folding them up like this is because the ends that are poking out the top will go nice and crispy.
Oh,
the bottom parts of the zucchini will go nice and creamy and soft. But if you get lazy, if you get just sprinkle.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this is killing you right now.
No, you know what I'm loving about this? This is a really nice... Yeah, can you see my OCD is not letting you just do it like that.
It was a test.
This is a very summery pizza. These are very summery flavours.
Because look, you are going with a thick base pizza, so it's a little heavier than a thin crust, but your toppings are very light. I love how you're correcting all my pieces. I really do. I really do. And yeah, so you're keeping it nice and light. So then it goes into the oven, literally for about 15 minutes. A very, very hot oven. That's where you get that crusty bottom, the crusty top, and the soft pillowiness in the inside, with that super cheese that's going nice and also caramelized a bit. Finish it off with a little bit of pesto, just like that.
You are winning. This is beautiful. This is going to be really nice, really light. This can also be a starter for when you're serving.
Yes, absolutely. Cut into smaller pieces, little canapé.
Oh,
done.
Great. There you go. Look at that. Who can say no to pizza? Remember to SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe sent directly to your device. SMSs, R1.50 each. Free SMSs don't apply. And if you need to see how it's done one more time, watch this space.
Made with love by Clover.
Oh, that dog loves me so much. I think I'm actually his favourite person in this life.
I agree.
Seriously.
Dingo is a bit obsessed, but you know what? We'll take it with a pinch of salt.
So on the 2nd of December, which is this coming Sunday, the biggest names in entertainment come together for the Global Citizen Festival. Now, with us celebrating Mandela Centenary, this is the perfect opportunity to party for a purpose and be the generation to alleviate extreme poverty. So some of our favourite local and international acts will be up to make an appearance at the FNB Stadium in Johannesburg. We'll be seeing the likes of Nomzamo Mbata, Zakes Bantwini, Samizi, Oprah, Naomi Campbell, Trevor Noah, all standing together to make a change.
These are some major names coming into South Africa.
Yeah.
And finally, we get to spend some time with Trevor Noah. We've missed him.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I mean, seeing the progression he has made abroad. I mean, finally coming in for a good cause. This is it. It's now this weekend. Exactly. Johannesburg is where my heart is. I wish I could be there too. But I know you're going.
Yeah, can I tell you, the last time we saw something like this, and I remember I did all the press interviews for it, for Top Billing, was the 46664 concert. That's what this reminds me of now.
That was an iconic festival.
Yeah, and so I'm seeing a lot of similarities between the two, and definitely putting such amazing positive attention on South Africa. Which we really need, and of course to alleviate poverty, this is where it starts.
Yeah, the time is now to truly muster up the conversation and get it going. We're going to be seeing some amazing celebrities come out. I mean, Kay Naomi is part of the Citizen Festival, Pearl Thusi, Somizi, Zakes Bantwini.
You know what I've been thinking, though? This is the kind of event where you've got to look your best, and yet it's the event where you've got to wear flat shoes.
You have to be so comfortable at these things, and warm, because you never know how the weather's going to change when it's the evening. It can get a bit nippy, so I think covering up is definitely, don't forget to.
Yeah. Who's going to be your absolute favourite on that stage?
That is so difficult, Jeannie, because everyone is in attendance. I mean, you've already mentioned Oprah.
Yeah.
Naomi Campbell.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Oh, and Tyler Perry. And Tyler Perry's coming through. We cannot forget about Queen Bee and her Bay husband, Jay-Z.
Oh, can't wait.
Entertainment royalty.
Yeah, totally. Tickets to the Global Citizen Festival Mandela 100 are free. So all you need to do is make sure that you take action on Global Citizen's platform to become eligible to win a free ticket. Entries are open and you can take action on globalcitizen.org. festivalproperties.org.za. And once you've earned enough festival points by taking action, you can enter a drawing. You can enter into a draw to win free tickets, and winners will be chosen at random, and every winner will get a pair of 2 free tickets. Join your favourite stars in concert, and together we can be the generation.
This is your chance to win the home you've always dreamed of. Enter the Win a Home competition by voting for your favorite design duo on privateproperty.co.za and stand a chance of winning a fully decorated apartment at Paardenvlei Lifestyle Estate, developed by Baldwin Properties, worth over 3 million rand. Plus, you'll automatically be entered into the weekly draw, where this coming Thursday night you could walk away with a Samsung soundbar with Bluetooth, acoustic beam technology, game mode, and voice and tone clarity. And if that's not enough, Capitec clients stand a chance to win a further 5,000 rand in cash. Competition details plus T's and C's can be found on the Private Property website. Win a Home every Thursday evening at 7:30 on SABC3. The stage is yours. This coming Thursday on Win a Home, there's no time for lounging about. With deadline looming for their final challenge, the 3 design duos give it all they've got to finish both the open plan living area and the balcony in time for the judges.
Not a lot is happening, but it will get done.
Every bone in my body saying like, no, don't trust it, but I know it's safe, so.
Now we can just give up. The rest of the site doesn't even matter.
Catch all the design drama on Win a Home Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3, with a repeat on Saturdays at 3 p.m. The stage is yours. Win a Home, proudly brought to you by Capitec and Private Property, with Samsung products designed for your connected lifestyle. Grand Prize Luxury Penthouse Apartment by Baldwin Properties.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and of course we are in the loft with our absolute legends, the disruptors, I suppose, from Heavy Chef. So you've got an event coming up next week, no?
Yes, that's right. On Tuesday evening, South Africa's top 5 most exciting startups.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's been
What
cool.
kind of things do we see with those startups? Like, what kind of involvement do they have?
So it's obviously very diverse. I mean, I think we're seeing a lot of trendy topics like artificial intelligence, a lot of kind of blockchain, cryptocurrency kind of stuff. But this year we've got some pretty cool stuff happening in the agricultural space. So
wow,
agri-tech,
that's exciting.
Education, edtech, which is, I mean, it's obviously very relevant to our continent in the fact of, I mean, if you think of education and agriculture, those are two areas that we can really disrupt and make an impact.
And in terms of these things, are these guys from startups able to meet with like potential investors? Because I think all startups are essentially a good idea. All they need to make it work is money and leadership.
Yeah. So it's a space where startups, they meet with the people that are influential, people who are willing to invest around Cape Town and South Africa as a whole. So we're creating a space where people can network at the same time. Marketing their businesses while we are celebrating what they're doing around South Africa, and also creating job opportunities for young entrepreneurs who are upcoming, aspiring entrepreneurs. So we're creating that space for them.
Do you have any success stories that you can share with us quickly before we wrap up the show?
Jeepers, there's tons. I mean, last year we had the same event in December, so I can just speak about that. I mean, there we had the top 5 most exciting startups. The 5, if I remember correctly, were Jumo, Yoko, Zuna, Wala, and Sweep South were the 5 finalists that the South Africa's top 5 most exciting startups, and 2 of those have received just enormous accolades internationally. Yoko, I think, just received $16 million in a round of funding, which is it's equivalent to about 170 million.
That is amazing.
And Jumo got $56 million, so that's in the region of about 700 million rand. So
well,
it's
they're
just
clearly
crazy.
doing the right thing.
Yes, and I mean
I'm
these
coming
are
to that meeting.
Yeah. So there's a lot of money floating around, and certainly a lot of latent success to be had.
Wow, thank you so much for being on the show
Thank you
and
for having us.
inspiring young minds who
Thank
are going to
you.
be tomorrow's leaders. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So tomorrow, of course, we've got the cook-along with Spitch Nzwawumbi.
Yes, Nzwawumbi.
We'll see you then. Until then, good night and God bless.
Yeah, see you same time, same place tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for coming through, and thank you, Jeannie, for holding us down.
You're welcome.
Mwah.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.